So you say people should be themselves, should be genuine. I think you're right. And if I can call back to a moment earlier in this podcast, I agree. Women should stop wearing makeup, get no more plastic surgery, start being genuine, stop wearing makeup, stop with the face filters, stop with the Photoshop, no BBLs, no fake titties, no lip filler. Fair?
Totally.
Yeah. Just be yourself, ladies.
Except,
100%.
minimal makeup, you're good.
Let's move forward with this movement.
Except makeup. But
Except makeup? Oh, keep the makeup.
Why
I
would
think
you
women should be their genuine selves and just be yourself. Stop wearing makeup, guys.
Why would you compare like your physical appearance to your
It's part of your genuine self, whatever the hell that means.
Your physical appearance. Okay. Do you think, I would argue for both men and women, but do you think men care about a woman's physical appearance?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. So, if a major attraction trigger for men is a woman's physical appearance, don't you think if you're playing with someone in that way by deceiving on the looks front, that you're almost baiting them in some way, deceptively, romantically?
wait, we're talking about makeup again?
Yeah, she brought it back. It wasn't me. It was definitely her. It was definitely Isabella. No, but you said, well, what does wearing makeup have to do with being genuine and being yourself? Well, I would argue, look, I'll just take the position, and I think women actually care far more about looks than men do. That, let's just say men are these like superficial, shallow beings that they really care way too much about physical appearance. Well, women are basically pulling on men on that like attraction trigger in men in order to bait them into relationships, in order to bait them into dating by changing your physical appearance through a facade, through a veneer.
Yeah, but if as a man you found it to be so deceitful that this woman you met wore makeup and you finally see her without makeup, why wouldn't you just break up with her after seeing her without makeup if it's that big of a deal for you and you find it that deceitful?
Well, entering into a relationship, I prefer women who wear minimal or no makeup. So I would not, if a woman was like constantly caking on a face of makeup, that's not the type of woman I'm pursuing.
Well, that's your preference.
Yeah.
Okay. But if we're having a conversation about the degree to which makeup can be deceptive and not be an accurate representation of what you actually look like, here's the argument. If makeup didn't actually change what you look like, why would you wear it? So your argument is essentially, well, makeup has absolutely zero impact on my attractiveness and how I look, yet I spend money and waste time putting it on to not make any impact on my physical appearance?
I didn't say that. Now you're putting words in my mouth. I was just asking.
Are you coming back or?
Yeah, just take it.
Oh, okay. Thought that might have been a rage quit. I don't know. I wish. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was just asking you.
Tough crowd tonight, eh? Go ahead, ask me. What were you asking?
Well, what you said was not what I said. What I was saying is if, makeup is such a deceitful thing to you,
Yeah.
then wouldn't you just break up with them right after seeing them without makeup? Like, if
I've already told you, though, I prefer to date women who wear minimal or no makeup.
Yeah, but you also said, like, sometimes you can't tell if they're wearing makeup or not.
Yeah, sometimes you can't. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to think... I mean, that was more of a general statement. I think I have a fairly attuned sense of if a woman is wearing makeup or not.
Okay. Just at least to me, like, let's say a man is wearing lifts in his shoes. He's, like, being deceitful in a physical way. He's changing one of his physical attributes.
Yeah.
And then I see him and he's 3 inches shorter. It's not gonna make as big of an impact to me as if he was deceiving me in a non-physical way. Like if he lied to me about his job or his like upbringing or his values or things like that. Those are things that I find more important than how they look physically. So if they're like lying to me about things that they value in life, and just so we can like be together, and then turns out those aren't true, then it's like, I feel like that's
So it's wrong to deceive.
Well, I understand, but you're just making a value judgment there of saying, like, look, both of these are bad, but this one, just me, for my own preference, I have less of a problem with it than this other preference, right? So you're just saying both are bad, but this one bothers me less than this one.
I don't think wearing lifts in your shoes is bad.
What if it was the first time that you met him, and then
I
he took off? Then he took
I
off
really
his.
wouldn't care.
You wouldn't
because,
care?
Okay, here. how does it-
What if it shrunk him down to like shorter than you?
No.
You wouldn't be for it. These other girls. Here, let me give a different example. What about the guy who wore a toupee? I would argue most women, especially, maybe older women are a little more forgiving on this front. Most women prefer men with a full head of hair who are not balding.
Yes.
I think a lot of women would, let's say that toupee is really convincing in his photos and even in person, but you find out that it's not real. Would you feel like, maybe I should have asked this
Deceived?
before I went there.
Would you feel deceived?
Do you have a hair preference at all when it comes to men? Bald men who are balding, Larry David versus like Giga Chad, full head of hair? Anything?
No, not really. I mean, usually if they're balding, they're
Do you
probably
concede?
older.
Do you concede that most women prefer men with a full head of hair? They find it more attractive.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
but,
sexy
okay,
bald
the
men.
difference-
Okay, but
The difference is if the woman is wearing makeup, like you can see the makeup, you'll probably
you can see the
that.
toupee.
Well, yeah, but you said it's so convincing that it looks real and you can't tell.
Okay.
That's what you just said.
What if you could tell that he's wearing a toupee?
Then I'd probably ask to see what he looks like without it,
Why?
just out of curiosity.
Oh, out of curiosity?
Like you'd probably like if a girl's wearing makeup, you'd probably wonder like, oh, I wonder what she looks like without the makeup.
Do you think
Right.
And then you'd end up seeing her
That's the
without
point.
makeup.
Do you think a lot of women might think, well, is this man insecure? Why is he wearing a toupee?
I mean, I would understand. Like, if I would probably do the same if I was going bald. Like, I don't see what the issue is. And it's like, if they're going to be wearing the toupee all the time, anyways.
Okay, so how about
Then
this?
what difference does it
in
make to me?
public,
I'm gonna
in
see them
public,
with
he
the
wears
toupee
the
all the time.
toupee, but when you're getting intimate, he doesn't wear the toupee. And you got a Larry David looking motherfucker.
But bald men can be sexy. I know a lot of sexy bald men.
Well, yeah, you like him 90.
She likes them 90-year-olds.
No, like they just rock it. Like it's like they know that's their predicament.
Right, some men can rock the bald look, but most women prefer men with a full head of hair.
I've never really like given it that much thought. I've never like gone out and saw and be like, I need a man with a full head of hair.
Okay, you guys can talk about anecdotes and like personal exceptions if he's super attractive, but like for
Just
the
have
average
no
guy,
preferences. It's just
For the average,
nothing
like-
bothers you. Whatever type of guy, short, big,
look,
bald.
here's the reality. Most women are attracted to tall men. Most women are attracted to men with a full head of hair. It is what it is.
How about this question? If Henry Cavill became bald from a disease, would he be cuter then than
They've-
he is now?
Look, and they've done studies on this. They've asked women to rate the attractiveness of various men. Some of the men are partially balding, some of them are fully bald, some of them shave, and then some of them have like luscious flow. They got the flow, they got a full head of hair. The women find the men with full heads of hair more attractive.
That's probably true. I'm just
Boom.
saying, baldness is not equal ugliness.
Of course not.
Preach.
But like a lot of women would, are you contesting that a lot of women might feel deceived about a guy who wore a toupee in his dating app photos?
Yeah, for sure.
And then maybe on the date he shows up in a hat, and then midway through the date he takes the hat off. Oh, you're bald. Didn't know. I would have liked to have known. Maybe.
I've had a few experiences seeing a guy take off a hat. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know you were bald.